Say bye, Mommy.
Bye.
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 You know what we have now?
No.
Freedom! We could do whatever we want for a whole weekend.
Yes, but what stuff? I don't know.
We'll just have to see what we can get into, won't we? Are you excited?
Yes. I just wanted to change my voice to be silly.
Today, we're going camping. And this trip has the potential to be awesome, or like most camping trips, to be miserable. And we're praying that it lines up on the awesome side. But we're going to a park called Edgar Evins, and we're actually going to be sleeping in the van as our little micro, mini, no-build camper van. And we're really just going to try things out and see how it goes. The way we figured it was that this was the last time we would have the opportunity for a boys trip before it gets too hot and we can't do anything. So we definitely wanted to take advantage of this weekend, and we're hoping for a great time, and we're glad to take you guys along for the ride with us. And hopefully we'll be at the park shortly.
Get some points. And then the next one is the Tallahassee Open, or the Open to Tallahassee, happening in like 2 weeks. So those two are the only wraparound events this year. East.
Look, this
isn't
building's
really on
got a big
tour right now,
tower
like
in it.
Florida, Georgia has a major, but South Carolina.
You see it up there?
800 feet. Turn right.
Alabama even.
Isn't that crazy?
All of that, like that lower.
You think we'll have to go up there tomorrow?
Is doesn't like have much of a tour, and the weather down there. So, kind of a genius play to go play this thing, because you get early points, which silver events next year are worth.
So what do you think?
Fine. But can you park here?
Yeah.
What?
This is where you're supposed to park your camper. Look, there's other campers down there.
A new camper's down.
Yeah.
Here.
It's a pretty cool spot though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're just in the trees.
What?
And we're just in the trees, basically.
Oh. Ah, it's slick. I see a camper back there.
Uh-huh.
It works very well, right? I'm hot. Using a warm. I'm too hot. I'm ready. I see it's park rangers rock. Oh, park rangers rock. Yeah, he must be driving by. Where do park rangers go? Where do park rangers go? Oh, there we go. It's on a golf cart. What? My cousin? Yes. I jumped down. It's like tic-tac-toe. You're gonna burn a tic-tac-toe. We're trying to burn a tic-tac-toe, right? Actually, it's a piece of tractor. They never burn a track. Then you put fire in the track. Turn it. How do you get fire? How did that track get done? So you're gonna break the track. I'll tell you. So you're gonna do that track. You have to try to make a big fire. Yes, you just have to get more wood. So you're gonna get the well set of track, right? So we're gonna try to fill in the burn. The train just burn it. The train just burned it too hard. I have this track. It's from a fire. And not from a building.
Did I do a good job?
Yes. And we need everything to catch on fire. And then we can get more wood in it.
Yeah, I had to put on the cheater stick, though.
What is cheater stick?
And that Duralog. And we also finished the tarp.
We're making this stuff.
You ready for your special camp drink?
Yes. Yes.
Don't spill it.
Okay.
How is it?
Yummy.
I'm going to set your chair up next to the fire in just a second.
Okay, it's very good. I want it bigger. So everything will catch on fire. All the pieces of wood get on fire. That's like doing marshmallows, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it would be done longer. It's fine if it goes all the way back.
It's starting to rain. You might want to go get under the awning. Well, as I'm sure you might be able to hear, it's raining pretty hard right now. Thankfully, we had the tarp set up before, and we're eating our hot dogs. Are they good?
Like the root beer, we have to yell because the rain is strong, too strong. Too fast.
Good morning. Last night was definitely eventful. As you saw, it started raining pretty early. I'm not sure how much of that you could hear, nor am I sure how much you can actually hear of me right now. But it's pretty early in the morning. I don't actually even have a watch on. Little man's still asleep, but I didn't sleep that well. He's sleeping surprisingly well, thankfully. Thank the Lord. But no, it started raining. Thankfully, the awning was the first thing that I put up, and somehow it's actually survived all the rain and everything and done its job. So I'm very proud and impressed with that whole setup. But yeah, it was just a rougher night. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. I think it was just the sleep solution. I think if I had had a better bed, and I'll show you that later when he wakes up, I think it would have turned out a little bit better. But I have woke up to an absolutely just peaceful, beautiful sounding morning. So I think I'm gonna take this little bit of quiet time in the woods, sit back, read the Bible for a little while, and wait for little man to wake up. And once he gets up, we'll fry up some bacon, have some breakfast, and then see what he wants to do with the rest of the day. Good morning.
Yeah.
Did you sleep good?
Yes.
You don't like talking to the camera? So this was our sleep solution last night. This was folded out, so it was only half as thick, which was not thick enough for me. But this is how we're sleeping. We had this fan, which is also a light. And then it was just too dark to film in here last night, like once we had everything set up. And then we've got Reflectix covering up the windows. We had a curtain for the front. To keep it cool, I had that window down all night, but where you've got the awning, it's really not that bad. And then we had this fan running all night, and it's still got half a battery, and we ran it on high all night. So I'm super impressed with that. But we're gonna run up to the bathroom real quick since he just woke up, and then we're gonna come back and get that breakfast going. Oh, but yeah, so the tarp, on the top, I've just got a magnet on each side, one rope in the middle, and it tied off here with a dip in the middle right there, so that way all the water runs off, and it really worked perfectly. No issues. I've never used one of these sterno stoves before, but I like it so far. It's a little expensive for that fuel, especially since you're not supposed to reuse it, which is kind of a pain. But I don't know if you can see the flame or not, but it's already super hot. So I'm gonna try to boil some water first, and then we'll try to cook some bacon on it. You enjoying your donuts?
Yes.
Do you think it's gonna do good?
Yes.
Is that all you can say?
No.
At this point, I'm not sure if this is gonna boil or not, but it's pretty hot, so we're gonna go with it.
Is it boiling?
Hey buddy, you're getting your pants wet. You hear that hound dog?
Yeah. What is it trying to do?
It's just singing. Praying for a sizzle.
What is a sizzle?
Holy cow, that is a ton of bacon. That.
Huh? What is that thing what it's praying for? I'll get the pot for you.
When it struggled with the water, I was worried about how it handled this bacon, but it's actually doing a really good job so far. So, speaking of the water, let's see how this tea is coming along. That's pretty hot. Very hot. But good.
Pray for everyone.
So, it definitely cooked the bacon, but it
Yes.
took forever, so we went ahead and called it.
And packed up.
We've packed up, yes, and now we're going to go ahead and eat these pieces because I don't feel like waiting that long for some more bacon to cook. We just need to invest in a better cook system. But it is really good.
Yeah, and we need to go hiking, so no more food.
As neat as this is, I don't think I can recommend it because it just doesn't put out enough fire and enough heat quick enough to actually cook on efficiently. I was hoping to just be as cheap as possible, and that's why I didn't buy a real stove before this trip, but this just shows me that it's worth it just to buy like a propane stove to be able to do quick things like this, because we didn't want to build a fire this morning and have to deal with that, and this thing just didn't do it. The size, the compactness, and the ease of just lighting the can is great, but not when it doesn't cook your food in the way that it should.
We're going hiking.
Yep, we've got camp pretty much packed up.
But I want to sleep here.
We're gonna sleep here. Watch. The only thing that I want to do, or left to do, is to take this tarp down. Now I know this is never gonna work in a million years, but I don't want to have to untie it from this side just to tie it back tonight. So my hope is that I can take the top part off and fold it actually over the chairs and the table there to keep them dry while we're gone. Put the water jug on it, and then hopefully back up into about the exact same spot we're in right now, so that way we don't have to do all the work again. Do you think it'll work?
Yes, I think it will work. But I don't know if they will see that we left some of our camp stuff.
Mm-hmm. The stuff.
I hope you had to see this. Jug, garage, and then, wait a second. The garage is filled with junkies. Did you know it's filled with junk?
That's what we're gonna go with. I did fail because I was thinking I would get a stick and mark the tires where they were at, and I didn't do that, so it is what it is, I guess. But hopefully all this stuff's here when we get back, and everything under there's dry. It's just the chairs, really, and like a couple things that can get wet, so not a big deal.
Why
And
do you want this stuff to be here when we come back?
well, I don't want people to take it
Why?
or get it. I don't want a bear to come take it.
What do you don't want a bear to do it?
Well, I just hope that it doesn't get moved around or blown or anything like that, but it should be fine. It's got a nice wind block right here thanks to the porch that we're on.
That's not a pool. This is not a porch.
That's what they call this spot. Camping on a porch. See, look, it's just like a big porch with the van on it. It's not scary.
Yeah, it's not.
A spiral staircase, it means it goes up in a circle like this. We're getting pretty high.
Yeah, and I'm getting scared.
There's Nothing to be scared of, buddy. This is really secure and safe. We're literally above like one tree.
Yeah, and we're
Look at me.
on the roof of the building.
We're above the roof of the building.
Yeah, and I see the dam.
Uh-huh. So, over where we were earlier, there's what's called the Interpretive Center. There's a storybook trail we can go do over here.
I want to do the storybook trail.
And then we can maybe do this ridge trail or something.
I want to do the storybook.
We'll do the storybook one.
Storybook.
Hey, what did you get at the visitor center? You got the trail magnets, which we're a big fan of.
Yeah, and the sticker.
I got a sticker because the stickers were just too cool in there.
Yeah, and we got a sticker.
And then this is
fire starter.
A fire starter, just to see if it works better than all the stuff we tried last night. It kind of looks like a Rice Krispie treat. Yeah.
Why does it look like a Rice Krispie treat?
It's just what it made me think of. And then she gave us the Tennessee State Park's passport.
Let's
Hold
go
on, let's
to
show.
here.
And there's the page from where we are and the date that we've stamped it. What do you think?
Fun. But I want to stamp it right here and right here.
Well, that's from when you go to other parks. So like that page is for Dunbar Cave. But we've not been there.
Yeah, we have to go there first.
Yep. All right, you ready to go hike?
Yes. Can I have the backpack now?
You want to wear the backpack?
Yes!
All right, hold on.
Yes.
One little blow. All right. Bag still seems a little big for you.
It's fine.
All right, you ready to start reading the story?
Yeah?
The story's Over in the Forest. Come and take a peek. This park is really pretty even outside of the lake though. Like, I don't know if it gets a lot of rain or what, but there is just moss everywhere. At least the weather's really fitting for what the park looks like right now.
One story.
Oh, first page of your story. I do want to clarify, there's not a whole lot in the backpack. It's just some rain jackets, half a bottle of water, and some bars. So it's not like he's carrying a ton of weight. But it is funny to watch it, and that's what he wants to do, so Dad's going to let him do it.
Okay, but I want to eat one of those bars.
You going to eat one of the bars?
Yeah.
Look what you found, though. Where is it now? Oh, there it is. So you want one of these bars, though?
Yeah.
All right, I'll open it for you, and we'll get going.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places that I look at that I think it would be cool to live and to visit and things like that. But the more that I explore my own state, the more I realize how like ecologically diverse it is and how many different things. Because like we have some places that look like this back home, but like maybe it's the rain right now that's just making it even more so, but it just looks different. The kinds of trees seem a little bit different. Like some of these trees and the way this tree grows is incredible. But I don't know. There's just so much about Tennessee and the things that you can see within a short drive. Like we can drive so many different directions and see things that are completely different than the other. Like the last trip I went on to Big South Fork, it's so much different. Or the trip that we went on with for Bree's birthday is so different than where we live and even where we're at right now that it's just really neat to explore Tennessee.
Daddy?
Yes, sir.
I have to go pee.
You have to go pee? That's going to be something.
Yeah. Hey, give me the backpack, please.
Okay, that was one crisis averted. So that's the benefit of being in the park on a day when it doesn't seem like anybody else is here. And again, like look at this tree with the vine and all the moss growing on it. I guess it's just how dense this forest is.
Yeah, and there was park rangers and and boards.
Oh, there's a bridge over here.
Yay! Before number 5 is here's the bridge. My favorite, a bridge. But I see there's a waterfall there.
When it rains a bunch, I bet there is. Another nice thing about the park I noticed when we were driving into camp is that it's very far back to get in here. I don't know how many acres this park is, but it's like a 10-minute drive once you get on the State Park Road to get all the way back into.
Daddy, when we get to 30 number.
I don't know if we'll get to 30.
Okay, but what
Can
about?
I finish what I was saying real quick?
Yeah, but can I blow the whistle when
Yeah, when we get to the
this?
last page, you can blow the whistle.
Okay.
But like I was saying, when you drive in, it's like a 10-minute drive in. But the nice thing about that is that means that there's no busy traffic. There's not a lot of busy roads nearby. The only thing you have nearby is the lake, and obviously once it gets dark, nobody's out there shooting around and making a lot of noise. And so, it just makes it really nice of a place to camp.
I was about to blow the whistle to get you distracted to you or sing, but you didn't do it as long, so I didn't. That's a waterfall.
Okay. I like this fence too.
Because look, the water falls.
Yep, the water falls. Are you ready to go?
Yes, now I leads to the waterfall.
But we gotta do page 6 first.
Yes.
Over in the forest, doing acrobat tricks, lived a lively mother squirrel and her little kit 6. Leap, said the mother, we leap, said the 6. So they leaped through the trees, doing acrobatic tricks.
Yeah.
He goes way up there.
Yes. I want to climb up the big vine
No.
or that tree. But the vine is attached to it.
You don't need a hiking stick.
I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
Not when you're at the end of the trail.
When I have to enter the trail,
We're almost.
we're almost at 20.
I'm gonna bet this book only goes to 10 pages. It still got me. I thought I was far enough back. Alright, we're at the end of the trail. Let's go. Oh, stop it.
Can we start over?
Do you want to do a different trail? There's another one over there. It's just not a book trail.
Okay, let's do. I don't want to do the book trail anymore because it's so hard.
That was not hard. It was a nice, moderate trail, but with a lot of pretty landscape, which most storybook trails don't have.
Yeah, storybook trails are my favorite when they have stories.
There's our camper van.
Yeah, our camper van.
There's a lot of rocks, so you better not start falling again. Let's see your pants real quick. Yep. Those are pretty muddy.
Yeah.
Eh.
I'm not falling.
Let's not walk on the rocks, buddy, because you will fall. See? That was a close call. I think that was God telling you, hey, be wise. But it's like a rock garden out here.
Yes.
I'm really impressed by this park.
Why?
I wasn't sure how nice it was going to be, and it turned out to be really nice.
Yeah.
Now you can use that as a walking stick. That's fine. But we're going to leave it for somebody else at the end of the trail.
Why?
Because we don't need to take it home. I think you can do it. Go back down. Back up. Maybe try coming up closer to the green stuff. Nope, you went right back where you were, buddy. Like, try to walk up right here. Right here. Come over more. There you go. See, I told you could do it.
No, I couldn't.
Did you do it?
Yeah, but
Then you can do it.
Yeah, but this is my emergency stick, so you have to hold it.
No, if you want it, you carry it. Otherwise, lean it against a tree.
Emergency.
It's getting steep, though, isn't it?
Yes.
I didn't expect that. I think we went up the side where you just keep going up the whole time.
Why?
Tends to be the way that I pick trails, though, so not too surprised.
But
Man, some of these trees are massive. Makes you wonder how long that the park's been protected land. I'm gonna be honest, I can definitely fall into that trap of being one of those people who primarily wants to hike on trails that have big features, waterfalls or scenic views, rivers even. And I kind of avoid a lot of trails like this where you're just walking through the woods, because sometimes you're just walking through the woods, like it's not exciting, it's not that interesting. But I have to say, but both of these trails, the Storybook Trail and this nature trail, are both pretty short. I think the Storybook one's 0.4 miles, this is half a mile, so you get close to a mile by the time you're done. But in that short distance, you see a lot of just really pretty landscape and really pretty stuff. Makes me sad that I didn't bring the camera with us, but it had just started raining when we got out of the car. So I thought, I'm not gonna do that. But I have to say, like, this is one of the woodland trails that's just really nice. And there's not too many of those. Most of the time it's just exercise at that point. But in this case, it's a lot of just beautiful things. Even this like undergrowth with all the tall stuff around you. It's just a great, beautiful look. This trail is definitely more difficult than the Storybook Trail is, but it's well worth it. And I think stringing both of them together is a hike that a lot of people can do, especially if you turn right at the intersection instead of left, because we turned left and that's when you had to go straight up. But if you did the other, you might have to just come straight down, which would be pretty nice. What's up?
And there's a lot of green now.
There is a lot of green.
Yeah, there's a lot of green now. I need a light for my feet.
We're at the end of the trail, so I want you to take your stick and lean it up against this big tree with the owl box on it. I didn't even notice that until just then. But walk over there and lean your stick up against it so somebody else can use it next time.
Okay, but what is the owl box for?
For owls to live in.
I love it.
You love the owl box?
No. I love my flat and
Oh, well, buddy, we don't have a need to take a stick home. We got a lot of sticks at home, actually. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even notice. Look what Daddy's pants. Look at what's on her pants.
What is it?
Seed pods.
Why?
And they're a pain. You got to pick every single one of them off. It's the only way to get them off.
Why do you have those things on your pants?
You have them on your pants, too.
And on my shoes.
I have to pick all those off before I can do the rest of my cleanup. Did you enjoy your hikes?
Yes.
All right, now we're just gonna start to head into town and check out Smithville. We've never been there, and it looked cool on Google Maps, so I figured we should go check it out.
Yeah, but I seen there's a train there.
There might be a train there. We didn't take any video while we were here in the town, but if you're ever in the area, this is like a 30-minute drive from Edgar Evins State Park. It's definitely worth checking out Smithville. Some of the nicest people I've met. They have great stores, great shopping. Things are a little pricey because we're not that far from Nashville, and that's something to remember when you're going in these stores, but some of the people are so nice, and I feel like we got a great deal on what's going to be Bree's Mother's Day present on this basket, because it was like 60 bucks, but it's handmade. It seems like really good quality. The owner talked it up great. She was super friendly. I think this place needs more attention, needs more people coming to it, because you can tell they're so excited to see customers and that they need a higher customer base. What do you think of the town?
Fun.
Is that all you got to say?
Yeah, but in the garage, I didn't think there was a turtle.
Oh yeah, there was a lady that she has the art garage, and she had a turtle in the store. She had found it in the street, and she just brought it in the store. Just a little box turtle running around.
What about if it only...
We went ahead and got a new addition that I'm trying to set up. Hopefully this will be able to exhaust our hot air out of the van, keep things cooler tonight, and have less of our breath in there. I think that's a good alternate when you don't have a space for a rooftop vent.
The hot air will go in their car.
It won't go in that car. So what do you think of your table now that you can sit on it? You happy you can sit on the picnic table now?
Yes, but I love this ball.
I'm glad you enjoy your ball. All right, so I'm gonna finish. Oh, and all of our stuff made it through us being gone. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish trying to get this set up so that way we can have the semblance of air conditioning tonight. By some miracle, and after 47 attempts, I was able to get the van lined back up again with the tarp. So we should be good to go. Got the magnets up there. I need to tie the middle rope. And we've got our fan behind the bug screen. So I haven't kicked that on yet, but we'll kick that on in a second and see how it works.
Let me when you're ready. Half duck. Half duck.
Don't do that. You could throw it over the edge.
Oh. Thanks, you're the goalie.
It's not bouncing that hard. I found the perfect use for your ball, and we did your camping stuff this morning, so I think it's time to do Daddy's camping stuff and just relax and listen to the birds.
Wait, well, you have to do the watching movies and doing the fire stuff.
We'll do that later, but right now we relax.
No.
We're back into full camp mode. We've got the sunshade that doesn't fit the best. Definitely gonna need an upgrade there. We've got the front seats turned into storage. And you might be able to see better when we go on the inside, but we've got a curtain up. We got a bug net on this side, bug net on the other side with the fan. Go ahead and turn the light off to save the battery for tonight, bud. You can see we've got the curtain right there. Got this window reflects it out. We might put the Reflectix back on this window later tonight, but for now it's fine. Then you come back here, we've got the bed set up. And so we've got this fan right here that hangs over. The Ryobi fan is charging in that station now. And then we'll have it set up over here. This side is for him. And then this side is my side of the bed.
No,
But really he just ended up sleeping on my side because he said it was more comfortable anyway. And then we've got the awning tarp, the fan blowing all the hot air out right here. And then we've got these things which may or may not end up back in the van later tonight when we're sleeping. But for right now, we've just got them out. So this is really good. This is our low budget camping setup. It works out pretty well. The only things I would like to change really is just to have something better to sleep on in the future. This one's a little thin. We've got a thicker one at home, so that might be the answer in the future. And then to go on cooler weekends because it's a little hot this weekend.
Yeah.
But he got cold in the middle of the night last night, so I don't know.
Yes.
But other than that, I think it's a pretty good setup. Maybe if we had one of those fans on both sides, and then you just had that constant breeze flowing through, blah, 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 I think that it would work pretty well. But I think now we're just gonna hang out and camp and relax. We were breaking up this stick for firewood, and there I looked down, and there's a big snail on it. What do you think of that?
Fun, but it wants to go to its home.
Yeah, you can put it somewhere else now.
Hi, camera.
We were gonna start a fire, but I really wanted him to get experience what a fire's like as it gets darker. And at our time, it would be getting dark back home. But being an hour different here, we still have a little while before it actually gets dark. So I've convinced him to let us wait about an hour to be able to do that. And so that's how we've ended up on this trail. So we're gonna go for a little walk, a little hike, maybe burn a little bit of that toddler, young child energy off, and then we'll go to the fire.
My hiking dragon stick, actually, is what it's called.
Yeah, you ready to keep walking?
I'm trying to drill this hole.
But we didn't have to move camp for this campsite, so that was a big part of it for me. Is it's like I wanted to be able to go hike somewhere where I didn't have to move camp. I really wonder, and I think it was when we stayed at Tim's Ford that there was so much that I could do from the cabins. We've not camped at Tim's Ford, but we stayed in the cabins. And if the camping's anything similar, I might have to consider doing that sometime. So that way we can just like park and then be able to just go through the whole thing. I love the idea of camping like this. Maybe if it wasn't a van, maybe if it was like a bigger like camper van or like a bus, it would be different. But with the minivan set up, it's kind of a lot to get all put together. And I don't have like if I had even a pop out awning, it probably would be different. But I don't know. We could also camp in tents. We have tents. We could camp in tents. But there's something about just having that stronger shelter around you that I like. But we're going to get it figured out because I think somebody is going to want to come camping a whole lot more now.
Yes, me. Am I saying my root beer, my root beer?
I'll get your root beer, I forgot your root beer. chapter 1, the night before. Henry was too excited to sleep. Well, thank you for being such a good helper and bringing the mustard.
I want the mustard.
Aren't these hot dogs going to be so much better today now that it's not raining?
Yeah.
We did have a slight scare for a second because we were starting to read that book and all of a sudden it started to rain on us. So we put the book up and focused on cooking just in case it was going to rain like it did last night. But thankfully we prayed and God stopped it from raining. So now we get to enjoy the fire, enjoy the hot dogs.
And then I prayed for God to do the fire bigger, and then it's getting bigger.
Yeah, so you get your prayers answered when you're camping. But we're gonna do this, then we're gonna retreat back into the van once it gets dark, and we're gonna watch.
And then watch how to turn your dragon.
I think that might be his favorite part of camping, sadly.
That's my favorite part, sadly. I'm going to hiking.
As long as hiking can beat out watching movies, then it's fine.
Why?
Because it should. We decided to go ahead and try to fry up some after dinner bacon to really just use up the last of the bacon since that other stove didn't work well and we're probably not going to make a fire in the morning.
Wow.
You excited about it there, headlamp?
Yes, but I want to do a fire in the morning.
On this camera it looks super dark out. We're not going to do a fire before we leave, buddy.
Well, does it look super bright on the head when you're looking at
Yep,
it?
it does. So here we are in camper van mode. The only difference is that we don't have the reflectix up on that window, hoping to pull a draft through with this fan over here, but it already is more comfortable. I think that says it's 72 degrees right now. So we're already much more comfortable in here than I feel like we were when we got in here last night. So we're doing good. Are you ready to watch your movie?
Yes! How to turn it on.
All right, this is the last night. This is the last night of camping. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, but I want to come camping all the time here.
Well, we'll definitely have to come back and hopefully come back with Mommy.
Why?
So that way she can have fun like we've had fun. Good morning. It's the last day of the camp trip. Somebody's still a little bit tired, but I actually had something fell over. We actually had a much better night of sleep last night. It was cool enough in here. I didn't even need this fan blowing on me. I kept it on for him for the noise, but I didn't really need it. And then at one point I even had the window fan on low because of how it was sucking air through. And we even put up the reflectix on the other side. I can't remember if I talked about in the video, we did switch this fan to just sucking the cold air in instead of trying to draw the hot air out. But it worked perfect. It was a great night of sleep. And so I think now I'm gonna get up and make a hot tea. Somebody wants to watch a little bit more show, so I'm probably gonna let him. I'm gonna be cool dad. But I'm gonna get up, make some hot tea, and then we've got one more adventure that we wanna do after we pack up camp. So we need to get moving this morning. And so that we can make it home to see Mommy.
Yes.
When you're not very good at tying knots, you just tie a bunch of knots to compensate. That's pretty much where I'm at. As many knots as it takes to get it to stick. This fan was 100% a game changer last night. It was like $28 at Walmart. Fits perfectly in the window. Has these expansion parts so you can expand it to fill in the space. Gonna bring this every time. This thing made it better. You can put it in one side and it sucks the cold air in, and then it sucks the hot air if you turn it. I think it was well worth the investment. Wish we had it the first night, to be perfectly honest with you. And I had looked at it and had thought like, man, I wish I had bought that, but I didn't. The only thing I would like to see different on this is that my Ryobi battery powered fan has a higher like CFM. Like it pushes more air through that little fan than either of these two fans that plug into the wall. So if there's a more powerful one of these out there that you guys know about, let me know, because that's about the only thing that would make this better, is if it could really suck the air out. But other than that, highly recommend it. And the nice thing is that it also comes with feet. So if we decide to go tent camping or something like that, or we are using it in a situation where we don't have a window, it's still gonna work well. But I think it's pretty cool. And the fact that you can just roll it up in that van window is about perfect. It might even, this thing is so small, it could even fit in like SUV windows if you're gonna camp that way. Somebody's still not decided to get out of bed yet. SpongeBob's too interesting. But he's got a zebra cake, so he's doing good. I think he finally hit the wall of being tired to where he's like just done. He doesn't even want to talk to me in that moment. Also, the tea is not doing as good today. I went ahead and put the tea bag just in the water as it's heating up. I think I found the limits of the old Sterno stove. It's still got a flame going. I don't think you can see it on camera, but it's not powerful. This is the third use, and they said it's not even made for reuse, so that is what it is. But I don't really want to open the new one just to try to make tea, so I'm just going to let it sit there until we leave, and hopefully it'll be dark enough and hot enough to drink. But I would normally bring coffee, but I brought the tea bags this time just because I was like, I think that'll be easier. I love coffee, but I also love tea. And I was like, I know they make coffee tea bags, but they're expensive. So I was like, I'm just going to go this route. I think I'm going to have some of our farm fresh eggs for breakfast this morning. You know, this is the first time I've sat back here all trip, but they sell a screen room for the back of the van, and I'm feeling like I kind of need it now. It took all morning, but the water finally started boiling, so we are actually going to have a pretty good glass of tea. The van has been decamperfied, and we've got everything packed up with plenty of free space in the middle for whatever adventures we get into next. But I think I actually like this style of packing it, so I'm going to have to remember this for the future, because when we get stopped on the way back, we can flip this out, get some water, easy access to the cooler for what's left in there. And everything's relatively flat, so I'll be able to see out the back window. But, as stated before we leave, somebody needs their book read to them. So we're going to try this again. Do you think it's going to rain this time when I start reading it?
No.
Yeah. The skies look fairly clear this time. He was thinking about the enormous pile of birthday presents waiting for him downstairs and trying to guess what Spot was going to give him. Spot, replied Henry. It's absolutely perfect. Just like this trip was, isn't it?
Yay! I would hang upside down.
Alright, you ready to get on the move?
Yes.
Yes, let's do this. Oh. Edgar Evins has been a great time. I don't know about him, but I have absolutely loved camping on a porch. This is probably one of my favorite campgrounds just because of the spacing. I think as I showed earlier in the video, it's just amazing to be able to come out here camp, and you have all these neighbors, but they're not too close. And we had the perfect site this weekend because a lot of people canceled due to the weather, and we didn't have immediate neighbors. Now there were neighbors a little bit further down, but right next to us we had no neighbors, which was great. We didn't have to worry about their noise. We didn't have to worry about his noise bothering them. All in all, a perfect weekend, and we are definitely gonna have to come back, and definitely gonna have to bring Mom back, because this is just a great time, and Bree would absolutely love it here. We just need to figure out a solution to keep her comfortable in the camper, and then we will be good to go. But now it's time to head out to our next. You will come. And now it's time to head on to our next destination. I'm thankful there's trash cans, but I hate how loud those doors are.
No, look!
What?
I see the trash.
Okay, well, I'll just deal with this later.
No,
I'm not opening that loud door again.
please.
Alright, you ready to go?
Yeah, I want you to.
I'm not doing the loud door again.
Why?
Because you're crazy.
Oh, please.
Nope, alright, say bye. We've made it to the last adventure of this whole adventure, but in order to see that, you're gonna have to come back for next week's video. We decided to go ahead and split things up, but if you're interested in seeing us explore Burgess Falls State Park, then definitely be sure to come back next Wednesday to see that. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe on this video if you enjoyed it, and until we see you in the next one, God bless. Well, you have to come with me. No. You're not gonna do it for the video? You don't have to. But we also need to change your shirt.
Oh. we're going hiking.
What'd you say? You gotta hold it like this. Straight up and down towards me. Back up until you can see my whole body in the frame. You can hold it like that. You can hold it with 2 hands. Just make sure your fingers aren't over the lens. Probably back your fingers up some more. Come closer.
See your whole body.
I want to fill the screen with me. Go over like right there. Over. Okay. Well, film me. Am I in the whole shot?
Yes.
Can you come closer and I stay in the whole shot?
Yes.
Right there.
I see the ball.
Yeah. I
How
want the
about-
ball and me. Can you see the ball and me?
Not your whole body.
Or do you need to back up? Back up. Alright, that's probably good.